Hello, welcome back to another video. Today is the last match preview of the season before the playoffs. So it's Watford versus Swansea City in the Sky Bet Championship. So obviously it's a bit of a nothing game like the Derby game was, but hopefully we can end the season with a win. Obviously Watford are already up, we've already got playoffs. So yeah, both teams have already got what they want, and it's just going to be interesting to see what the outcome will be. It will either be high scoring or really low scoring in my opinion, but yeah, it's a chance to give some younger players a chance. Obviously we brought on Ollie Cooper and Brandon Cooper, but obviously hopefully they can get a full game, and I think Watford will probably be doing the same with their players as well. But yeah, it is going to be a tough game. Obviously Watford finished second, so they are a very, very good team. Obviously they've gone to the Premier League now, first time of asking, so yeah, it is going to be tough, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, but as you said, it's a nothing game really. I'm just glad we've got playoffs, to be honest. It will be hard to earn the playoff matches, but yeah, for Watford, it's, as you said, they're a very, very good side. Got some good players who can create chances. They've got players who can score goals, and they've got decent defensive players as well. So it's going to be hard to try and get past their defence. But yeah, I think we should give young players a chance in this game, just to see what they're like and to see how well they can do against a good side. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and I think we can beat them, but it depends what type of side they put out, and what type of side we put out as well, but I think it'll be a tough game.
Yeah, I agree with you. So now moving on to the injury news. So Watford have quite a few players there. They've got Troy Deeney, Tom Cleverley, Tom Deli Bashiru, I think that's how you pronounce it, Dan Goslin, Dan Phillips, Christian Kabasele, and I believe Ben Foster is back in training, but I don't know if he'll be playing. I may be wrong, but Luke will give you the Swansea injury news anyway.
Yeah, I think for us it's mainly just Recherche, and obviously Ariel and Morris, if you want to count them. And the possibility of Ayew and Gihai as well. They could. I'm not too sure on them at the moment, but it's definitely a possibility that they could actually play. But it's also a possibility that they could be out as well. So we're not too sure on those two at the moment.
Yeah, so now moving on to key players for both teams. Obviously there's a lot of injured players for Watford, so they would have been included, but out of the ones that are available to play, I've gone with Sierra Alta. I think he's had an excellent season this season, and I've also gone with Will Hughes as well, another excellent player of theirs who stayed with them in the Championship when they got relegated. And I'd also go Ismail Assar, but would you add anyone else to those three?
I think those two are probably their standout players. I'm trying to think. No, I think keep about those two at the moment.
João Pedro possibly.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Swansea Key Players, if there's any Watford fans watching this, obviously Andre Ayew would be in there, but he might not be playing, but if he is, obviously he'll be one. But anyway, Matt Grimes I've highlighted as well, now obviously our captain, and I've also gone with Jamal Lowe, back on goal scoring form, and he's on 14 goals. He's one away from getting to the 15 goal mark, so he'll be having that in mind going into this game. So would you add anyone else to Grimes and Lowe?
I think I'd probably go for Connor Roberts. I think if we play him more of a wing back than an actual full back position, I think he's better, because he's able to do both sides of the game, as going forward with the ball, trying to cross, get some good crosses in, and he's decent at tracking back as well. So I think if we play him in a wing back position instead of just a right back or just a full back, I think he could be a much better player in that position.
Yeah, so now moving on to the 11 me and Luke could go with for this game. Obviously it's going to be different to normal, just like the Derby game was. But for me, in goals, Freddie Woodman. You can't change up the keeper, that's too risky, and he's been doing really well this season. Two full-backs, Kyle Norton and Ryan Manning. Two at centre-back, Joel Lantibodiere and Ben Cabango. In midfield, I think I'd go with Corey Smith, Jan Dander and Ollie Cooper. And up front, Liam Cullen, Morgan Whittaker. And I'm going to stick Jamal Lowe in there because obviously you can get to that 15 goal mark, but what's your lineup?
Yeah, I'll just go Freddie Woodman. There's just no point changing to keeper at this point. At the back I'll go for left back Jake Bidwell, two centre backs Cabango and possibly Mark Gihai if he's fit, but if not I'll go for Lantibodiere next to Cabango. And then at right back I'll go for Kyle Norton. Free midfield I'll go for Fulton, Grimes and Jan Dander, and then three up front go for Lowe, Whittaker and go for Cullen as well.
Yeah, so obviously, lastly moving on to predictions, obviously I've said it's a bit of a nothing game. I do think it'll be high scoring. I'm going to go for a 2-all draw, and I say goals for them, João Pedro and Messina, and then to get the goals for us, I'm going to go with Morgan Whittaker and Jamal Lowe. But what's your prediction?
Yeah, as I said at the start, it'll all depend on what team they put out, because I think, well, on paper they are the better side than us, as the table shows. But I think I'm going to go for a. Unfortunately, I have to go negative. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Watford win. I think Ismail Scott will score for them, and also I feel good for Craig Cathcart.
Yeah, so obviously that's been it for this match preview. We'll be back for a match reaction for the games tomorrow, and then obviously be back with the live streams for the playoffs. So yeah, last game of the season. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Cheers.